What's going on, investors, and happy December. It's another month, which means it's time for another Bay Area real estate market update. So if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sean. I'm a real estate investor and hard money lender based in the Bay Area. And on this channel, we go over real estate investing tips, strategies, and current events to help you become a real estate investing boss. So if you haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel to get more great content just like this one. So in these Bay Area real estate market update videos, I go over the trends for Santa Clara County, San Mateo County, San Francisco County, Alameda County, and Contra Costa County to just see how the real estate market is doing and if it's now a good time to buy or sell real estate. Let's hop on in and we'll look at Santa Clara County properties first. So the first statistic that we look at is the average days on market and sales to list price ratio. And again, if this is your first time here, these are the common statistics that realtors use to determine the health of the market. So average DOM stands for days on market, and that's signifying how long a property goes on the market before it gets under contract. So you can see for the past few months, it's been hovering around this 12 to 15 day trend. And right now in November, it ended up at 15 days. So this means that when a realtor lists the property, it takes approximately 15 days on average before a buyer comes in with an offer that the seller accepts and actually go into escrow. Now, this doesn't mean that they close in 15 days. It just means that it's no longer on the market in 15 days. Now, the other line graph right here is the sale to list price ratio. So here you can see that the sale to list price ratio is approximately 110%. So this means that if a property were to go on the market for $1 million, then on average, it'll actually sell and get under contract for 110% of that original listing price. So back to our example, if it was listed for $1 million, so this means that on average, it'll actually be sold for $1.1 million. So, 110% of $1 million. Now, of course, this is an average across the entire Santa Clara County. It doesn't mean that every property you list will automatically get 10%. Some go higher, some go lower. So the next statistic that we look at is months of inventory. Now, this signifies how long properties sit on the market. It basically means if properties continue to sell as they are selling now and no new properties go on the market, how long will it take for us to get rid of all of our inventory and have no houses on the market? In this case, it looks like it's less than half a month. So in less than 2 weeks, all of the properties in Santa Clara County will go away. And of course, this signifies that we're in a very hot real estate market. Normally, when this number is high, like here, it means that properties are sitting on the market and it takes a long time to clear the inventory. Whereas when numbers are low like this, it means that properties are getting snapped up and things are just flying off the shelf. This right here was during COVID where things were frozen. So you can imagine, naturally, properties just weren't moving, but now the real estate market is very hot. So they're selling even better than when they were a few years ago before COVID even happened. So yes, the real estate market is still very, very hot in Santa Clara County. So if we look at the number of homes for sale versus sold, we can see that we have way more properties that were sold in November than properties that were active on the market, which means, again, the real estate market is very hot. You have more properties that are being sold than those that are on the market. Again, like if you look back to here on this graph right here, you see more properties on the market than ones being sold. So usually when you have more of this like red bar, then that means that there's more inventory, right? More supply out there. So buyers have their pick of what they want to get. Whereas here we have a huge green bar. That means that properties are just getting sold left and right. And there is just not as much inventory to satisfy this demand. And so therefore prices will continue to go up. All right, if we look at sales price over time, we can see that sales prices have increased a little bit, but have not passed their June mark. Now this number right here, you may think, oh my God, are the average sales prices of property in Santa Clara County at $2.75 million? No, that's not true. This right here is, I'm recording this video on the 1st of December. So this line right here might just happen to be reflective of the one property in Santa Clara County that happened to close today as of this recording. But it's not indicative of the whole market, right? So don't worry about this. These are glitch numbers. Look at this one. So you can see it has improved since October. The market is still doing very well. All right, so now we're gonna look at the same thing, but for condos and townhouses in Santa Clara County. All right, so condos and townhouses have also increased a little bit. So it's weird, like the days on market have increased, which signifies that it takes a little bit longer than usual to sell these condos, but the average sales to this price ratio has increased. Now look, this number in itself does not really signify anything too crazy because you could always list it really low and then have the price sell for more than what you listed it for, and then this number would look high, right? So you have to look at everything in a holistic picture. All right, look at the months of inventory, and it looks like the months of inventory have gone down again. So yeah, I think there's a velocity of properties being sold in Santa Clara County. If you look at the number of homes for sale versus sold, we see again this huge spread between the properties that are sold and the ones that are there. So even condos in Santa Clara County have very little inventory. And it looks like your sales price over time has remained very steady from October, but you can see there's a trend that it's slowly climbing up. Again, don't worry about December numbers. So next we're gonna look at San Mateo County single family homes. All right, San Mateo County single family homes, we can see that, there is a slight uptick for the sales to list price ratio here from like 109% to 110%. And your average days on market has decreased very slightly to just 17 days. And we can see here that our months of inventory have also decreased by a little bit. And same right here, more properties on sale than are on the market. So generally speaking, after seeing this trend multiple times, I can kind of predict what's happening. There's usually seasonality in the real estate market where after October, like Halloween, people tend to not want to put their properties on the market again, right? Because they want to enjoy time with the family. They don't want to go through the stress of listing a property and having to sell it while, on holidays. However, in this case, there's still a huge demand of buyers who want to buy properties. There are rumors that the interest rate will increase in the near future. So I think a lot of people want to gobble up properties now while interest rates are low. And therefore we have something like this happening where people are trying to still buy properties, but because of the holiday season, the sellers are not selling anymore. And so you have this shift, which is going to cause price to increase slowly over time. And we can see here that sales prices have been increasing since August. All right, looking at condos and townhouses for San Mateo County. So we can see here that the sales to list price ratio has decreased by a little bit, and the average days on market has remained very steady at 22 and 23 days. All right, and we can see the months of inventory have also remained pretty stagnant at just under 1.5 months. So this shows me that the condo and townhouse market in San Mateo County does not have as much velocity as the other counties that we've seen so far. And we can see here a difference, right? We can see more properties on the market than those being sold. So it tells me that this market, right, the condo and townhouse market in San Mateo County is relatively slow. And if you want to get something at a relatively good deal, you might be able to find a property here. Sales prices over time have also seen a slight increase, but not as high as what it was in the spring and late summer months. Next, we're going to go to San Francisco County single family homes. So you see the sales to this price ratio has gone down by a little bit, and the days on market has increased by a little bit. Months of inventory have gone down, but you can see like it had a peak of 2 months. Definitely not like here where it is in Santa Clara County. It's at 1.5 months. And these are a number of homes for sale versus sold. So the supply and demand, fight seems to be narrowing a little bit, but it's definitely not as good as it was in Santa Clara County where this green bar is way up here and then the red bar is down there. But it's better than what we are at COVID, so that's nice. And you can see the sales price over time, on par with what it was in October. All right, look at that condos and townhouses in San Francisco County. We can see that the sales to list price ratio has gone down by a little bit and days on market has increased by a little bit. Months of inventory here have always remained high. Like in COVID, it was 8 months, which is ridiculous. So now here we're about 3 months. So 3 months of inventory, which is a lot for the Bay Area standards. And you can see here, there's way more properties that are active than those that are sold. And you can see here that prices have remained relatively flat. All right, next we're gonna look at Alameda County single family homes. All right, so we have this nice little roller coaster here where our sales to this price ratio is at 114%, and we have around 15 days on market. And months of inventory here have decreased, so now we're at 0.5 months, which is good. And homes for sale versus sold, wow, look at this. We have so many more properties that are sold than are on the market. So Alameda County is definitely on fire. And we can see our sales price over time has decreased by a little bit. All right, let's get condos and townhouses. So we can see here that the percentage has gone down by a little bit and our days on market have increased. What is this? This is surprising. So you go from 20 days to 25 days. Let's see how that affects the market. So it looks like the months of inventory have remained relatively the same, just hovering over 1 month. And your number of homes for sale has actually, the demand shift has occurred. So it's strange that your average days on market has increased so much. And sales price over time has decreased by just a little bit. All right, finally, we're gonna look at Contra Costa houses, single family homes. So in Contra Costa County, we can see that everything's remained pretty flat, and same with the days on market, very similar. Months of inventory here, okay, also around the same, hovering between 1 month and 0.5 months. Your number of homes for sale versus sold, wow, there's a lot more properties that are sold than are on the market. And your sales price over time is slowly decreasing. So this is interesting. Slowly going down. All right, finally, condos and townhouses in Contra Costa County. So these numbers are completely messed up. As you can see here, there's no way that there's a 500% increase. So we'll look at the actual data itself and we'll see. So average days to sell is 21 days. This number is like a BS number, so we'll ignore it. And it looks like we have a 0.7 months of inventory, which is good. Here we have number of properties for sale versus sold. So again, here we have more properties that were sold than were for sale. And your sales price over time is crazy. Look at this, boom, which is not right. So there's probably some glitch in the system, or maybe someone fat fingered a number, and then this is what happens. All right, so that's it for the Bay Area market update of December of 2021. Let me know your thoughts about the market and if it's going to continue increasing or if it's going to decrease and if we're going to see a crash in the very near future. Also, let me know if you want me to change up this format a little bit. So right now, I am doing all of this through a pro.mls listings account because I am an agent here in the Bay Area. But in the very near future, I'm actually going to move to Texas. And I want to do more of these market analysis videos, but for other markets. But unfortunately, I don't have like the best data set because, I subscribe to this, so I get good data for the Bay Area, but I don't have any way to get good data for like Texas. I was thinking about doing it through like Redfin or maybe through some other data source, or maybe even instead of doing counties, I can do it by city in case you guys are more interested in that. So definitely let me know. I love hearing your guys' feedback and how to improve these videos to make it more entertaining and educational for you guys. So let me know all that down in the comment section below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and just smash the like button so that YouTube know that you guys enjoy videos just like this one. And of course, if you haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel to see more great content just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.